Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to calculate the distance between 2 points. So, for example, you had two ordered pairs, say -2, 3, and I don't know, let's say 4, -1. And if you were to be asked to find the distance between those 2 points, you first plot them, -2, 3, and 4, -1, 2, 3, 4, -1. The question is, what is that distance? Now, because it doesn't follow along the x-axis or the y-axis directly, we could approximate how long we think that line might be, but we can't just count the boxes that it traces over because it doesn't nicely trace over boxes. So what we can do, because we know the Pythagorean theorem, we can create a right angle. And now, because this one, I said a right angle, I mean a right triangle. Because this one now does trace along these boxes. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We know the length of this leg is 4. We know the length of this leg is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we can use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out what the length of that red side is going to be. So remember, it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And if this is your right angle, remember this length is always c. These sides are interchangeable, a and b. So we can go ahead and say that a squared is 4 squared. We can say that b squared is 6 squared. And we are going to use that to find c. 4 squared is 16. 6 squared is 36. Say, add those, still equals c squared. So now I need to add these two together. 16 plus 36. I'm going to just do my scratch work over here. And add those. That's 12, carry the 1, that's 52. So this is 52, and that equals c squared. Now remember, I don't want c squared, I want c, so I'm going to square root both sides, in which case now I'm left with c, and I'm going to approximate the square root of 52. I know that two perfect squares around 52, on the low end, I'll do this in purple down here, on the low end is 49, and the perfect square above 52 is 64, and 52 is in here somewhere. Well, the square root of 49 is 7, and the square root of 64 is 8, so it's going to be between 7 and 8. So let's see, from 49 to 52, that's only a distance of 3, and from 52 to 64, that's a distance of 12, which shows me that 52 is closer to 49, which means that if I were to break this up into a scale of 7.1 to 7.9, it would be closer down to the bottom. I would say 7.2. I'd say the square root of 52 is close to 7.2. We'll check that on our calculator here in just a second. And there we go. So, if you try to find the distance between 2 points on a coordinate plane, you can plot those ordered pairs, connect them with a line, draw a right triangle around it, and then use the Pythagorean theorem with what you have.